Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. The app is simple. Pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Download the Prize Picks Daily Fantasy Sports app today and use code FIELD and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code FIELD on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
This is the Jeanine Pirro Show. Now, here's Judge Jeanine Pirro.
Welcome back to the Judge Jeanine Tunnel to Towers Foundation Show. Joining us now is a voice that you'll recognize, a man that you know, someone that we all love. He's my buddy. He's radio personality and host of the #1 morning talk show, Sid and Friends in the Morning on 77 WABC, Sid Rosenberg. Now, if I had thought about it, Sid, I would have had some great music playing for you, but since I'm in Washington and it's freaking freezing,
right?
The last thing I want to do is take my glove off to call somebody and tell them, I got to get a glove that you can work on a phone. But anyway, join me in welcoming Sid Rosenberg to the Judge Jeanine Tunnel.
It's an honor to be here.
Oh, and, yes, it is.
And I am also in Washington, D.C., on my way to the rally, about to freeze my ass off, too. And just so you know, Jeanine, if you think today is bad,
tomorrow's going to be worse.
Oh, tomorrow. They're saying it's going to be, you ready for this? The coldest day in the history of the town.
Yes, yes. All right. Let them watch us in the beginning of the golden era. But listen, this is what I'm trying to figure out, Sid. So I'm in Westchester and I'm packing and I'm like, I got to have my ski silk underwear on with that. Then I have to have cashmere on. Then I have to put the suit on. Then I have to put the boots on, the heaters in the boots, the coat, the heaters in the gloves. I'm going to look like a blimp because we're doing the 5 on top of a rooftop.
Oh, God.
In Washington, open rooftop.
You're doing Constitution 101 like Kilmeade and the whole crew is doing.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
That's rough. Listen, I got good news for you. It doesn't matter because I had Gordon Chang on my show on Friday talking about TikTok going away and all this stuff. And he's convinced, forget about cyber warfare, that China is going to attack the United States and we're all going to die anyway. So don't worry.
Gordon, when? Like this weekend? I mean, can I get my things in order?
I asked him that. I go, can you let me know? I'm trying to go to Florida in a couple of months. He goes, Sid, it could happen at any time.
Yeah. First of all, I love Gordon Chang. Folks, we both love and respect him. We're not laughing
No.
For any reason other than, we love him. And the truth is, we are so excited. We're in such a good mood. We're in Washington and the President of the United States, our Commander-in-Chief, he's bringing us a new age, a golden era in America. And those leftist, progressive, lying, gaslighting, half-wits are gone, like Kamala, Oh, Joe.
Kamala, Joe. And he put out a Truth Social on Thursday, Trump, when he started to name all these backstabbing Democrats and Republicans, people like Paul Ryan and Mitt Romney.
Yep.
It was such a great, but I got to say this, as you and I are here today in D.C. getting ready for this big event coming up tomorrow, I have to admit this, Trump had me scratching my head a couple of times this week.
Why?
2 times in particular. One, I don't like the hostage deal. I don't like it. And secondly, I'm getting a little tired of the buddying up to Adams. I don't want to hear about I'm sympathetic, DOJ. Trump loves New York. I know he does. He loves New York. If you love New York, you know that this mayor, along with de Blasio, have destroyed this city. So this buddying up, they had lunch together at Mar-a-Lago 2 days ago. I'm going to pardon him. Maybe he'll run as a Republican in primary Curtis Sliwa. So between the hostage deal and having lunch with Eric Adams, not a great week for me. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, let me tell you something. The president, the 47th president of the United States, to me, I am thrilled that he's there, whatever's going on. Look, let's be straight. Eric Adams, I'm not a fan of his. All I wanted him to do was to go to a damn homicide scene, roll up his sleeves and saying, I'm a cop. This is who I am. And damn it, I'm going to find you. I'm going to find this gang. You're never getting out of jail. And, New Yorkers would have been, yes, we've got someone. But that didn't happen. He was too busy going to the nightclub. So,
yes,
that's where I am.
No, but here's the thing. You're right about all that. But here's what you can turn this around. And even though, again, I was aggravated on Friday about this lunch, here's where you can give Trump credit. Donald Trump said, and he's a man of his word, when he was running, he hadn't even won yet. He said, when I win, not if I win, when I win, I'm going to work with the governor, who's a horrible person, a Democrat here in New York, Kathy Hochul.
Oh, she's incompetent.
She's the worst, and the mayor. So at least, well, think about Trump. You know, Biden, when he won, you'll never forget this, he had his wife put those stupid unity signs on the lawn at the White House. We're going to come together. Trump says, I'll work with Democrats. And even before he's being sworn in tomorrow, he's made that true.
Yeah, there's no question that the president knows that it's not a game, it's not an ideology, it's about Americans. And finally, we've got a president who believes what we believe, that if you're illegal and you come here illegally and you commit a crime, you get your ass out. You get it deported. And I don't want to hear about anybody Trump-proofing the country to make sure that they protect illegals who have no right to be here in the first place.
It is pretty amazing, as you're talking about illegals, that a couple days ago, Mayorkas, Kristi Noem, of course, had to face the Senate 2 days ago, right. And she's going to take that job. But Mayorkas comes out this week. I mean, you talk about completely delusional and buying your own bullshizzle. This guy comes out and says a couple of days ago, the border is safer now than it was in 2019. You should be put in prison just for saying that.
It's scary. And we can laugh. And again, how many people have suffered from that border, allegedly secure border, who are living with the consequences forever? But let's move on. Let's talk about the hostage deal. Now, and I know that a ceasefire is meaningless, that there was a ceasefire on October 6th. But we wanted to get the hostages back. And there had to be like a dramatic statement when Trump came in that they were willing to agree. Now, what do you have a problem with? Talk to me.
My main problem is this. People always say, I want the hostages back more than anybody. Shut up. I'm begging you. No, the families of the hostages want them back more than you. But excluding the family and their friends, I want the hostages back more than anybody. But I'm not going to risk the lives of 10 million Israelis. And quite frankly, Jews all over the world. We see it here on the campuses, but there are Jews being murdered that we don't cover every day. So maybe there's 12 or 13 million Jews. I'm not going to risk their lives for 32 people. I'm sorry. I want those hostages back. But you cannot make a deal where you allow bad people to go right back into the Hamas world, rebuild an army.
Well, that's the issue.
Right
there is the issue. Do you allow Hamas to go back in and rebuild? Because let our listeners know one thing. Hamas has pretty much been decimated. Hezbollah has been destroyed. Iran has been weakened. Assad is killed. It's a new Middle East. But what are you concerned about with respect to?
I'll tell you what. The Hamas has not been destroyed. Even decimated is probably an aggressive word here. They've been rebuilding.
Come on. They did a lot.
They did a lot. They killed Sinwar. They killed Nasrallah. Yeah. They killed all these leaders. There's no question about it. So what? There's still about 12,000 of these animals, these rats that are living in the tunnels that are ready to pick up arms. Now you're going to add to those guys these horrible terrorists who've been in jail because they really did some horrible things.
That's the problem.
Right. Yeah. So now October 7th is going to happen maybe 8 years, maybe 10 years. So do you take that risk because you want 32 people out and you promised, in Trump's case, I'm going to do this before I take over, or in Biden's case, I'm going to do this before I leave? To me, it seems like there's too much jockeying for position. This is much bigger than that, and you cannot put the lives of Jews, millions of Jews in Israel and all over the world, in jeopardy to get out 30 people so you can stand there and go, I told you I can do that.
Well, here's the other part of it, though. Do we know if those 32 people, are they alive?
No.
Is there any proof of life anywhere?
I hope that Trump knows that. Bibi knows that. I mean, I don't think we know as much as Trump and Bibi do. I would hope not. Biden as well, and Blinken and the rest of them. But I have no idea. Now, look, Israelis value dead people as much as living people. They want the bodies back. They don't care. Once you're there, they love you, and that's the end of it. But to be honest, I don't. Okay, I'm not Israeli, and I think that the living are more important than the dead bodies that have been laying there for months on end. So if they said to me, look, you're going to get back all the living hostages, all of them, in phase one, and then we'll work on the rest. You know what they're doing here? Phase one, day one, you get back 3 females. A week later, you get back 4 females. And then 5 weeks later, you get the other 26.
It's over a course of weeks.
I mean, come on.
But see, here's my problem. My problem is not so much the ceasefire. I mean, because it is President Trump who's going to pretty much control this, okay? President Trump is going to say, you know what? I don't like it. Deal's off. Or you didn't do this, or you didn't do that. I don't like the release of the Palestinians from prison. A ceasefire with the return of the hostages is a good thing, okay? But you don't tell me we're going to be releasing Palestinians who are in prison as part of the deal?
See, I don't think a ceasefire is a good thing. And maybe I'm just a bloodthirsty Brooklyn kid. Maybe I'm just an animal. I don't know. But I want to kill them all. I want to just absolutely kill them all, just like Pete Hegseth said in front of the Senate, just like Marco Rubio said in front of the Senate, just like Walt said in front of the Senate. To me, the war is won not when a minuscule amount of hostages are home. The war is won when we blow that damn place up and all these animals are dead. So, no, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a deal. I want the Israelis to go in and save the hostages like they've done at times before and eliminate Hamas. That's it. I don't want a deal.
So you want someone to win. You don't want a diplomatic.
No, I don't want someone to win. I want Israel to win.
Right. Yeah, of course. That's
and the fact that the news and even Biden and Trump put Hamas and Israel in the same sentence as if they're morally equivalent. Right. You've got a beautiful democratic country and a bunch of murderous thugs. Who's Hamas? They talk about Palestine. Jeanine, Palestine doesn't exist. I got to watch Bill Ritter, this moron on Channel 7, telling me last night, his reporter goes, oh, they're celebrating on both sides. Wait a second. This is not a both sides war. Israel was attacked. And they have the right to kill as many as they have to in getting that country back to where it should be.
Sid, I want to thank you for being with us. You are the best, and I will see you somewhere along the way in the next few hours, I'm sure.
Look who's talking. You're the best. I love you. Thank you, Jeanine.